Yeah, yeah. One West. Yeah, easy. I'm sorry. Me need a break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in a life. Hustle every day and all in a night. Man, I hunt for the goal and I dig it in a road and I live my life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now, me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain, me a refresh. This a game, me a reset. Move to the girl in a the beach dress. The body a roll, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears, but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we are poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5, I know you will get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we are poor, kulu rump and NC with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, the body thing. What is it? You know see me attack loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one seen a ratchet flick, no matic click. No negative energy or positive. One way I keep the place. We are dance till the night gone. We are groove. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome again to another Breakdown podcast. You know what I mean? I'm here with our host, Captain of 13,000. Nayatak out of North Carolina, ISUPK North Carolina, and myself, Officer 5, Kayad one out of Jamaica, ISUPK under command in General Yana. You know what I mean? Clap it up. Alright, so tonight we have an interesting show. You know what I mean? Cap, chime in anytime you're ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you loud and clear, sir.
All right, solid. Yeah, man. So what we have tonight for them?
All right, so we have 3 stories. Or you can say 2, but we have combine 2 of them. See, for them tonight, we have for, you know what I mean, for time's sake, we're gonna try to go through them as quickly as possible. So we have the Colombian president speaking out against Donald Trump bombing, you know what I mean, fishermen in Caribbean waters. You know what I mean? You know, I know Donald Trump claimed that they are attacking Venezuelan cartel drug boats. But according to the Colombian president, no such thing. And he condemned Donald Trump for it. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, to tie in all of that, we're going to go to the Dodo situation, another story, another incident that took place when America was trying to stretch them long hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try to demonstrate them power here in the Caribbean again. So, you know what I mean? And of course, we have an Indian Rastafarian who decide, you know what I mean? This video went viral sometime last year, but it's going viral again. See? And this Rastafarian Hindu is basically reclaiming back his culture that was stolen by Rastafarianism. So we're going to touch into those two. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. Remember to like, share, follow, depending on the platform you're watching on. You understand? See that?
Yeah, man. So, you want to start with the Colombian?
Can answer.
Yeah, we can start there.
Nor to Hamas. They were from the Caribbean, possibly Colombians. And if they were Colombians, with apologies to those who dominate the United Nations, criminal proceedings should be opened against those US officials responsible, including the top official who gave the order, President Trump.
And pause it there. And you see, you hear the word they use, you know, I mean, criminal proceedings. Because why? Because you can't go to somebody else's international waters and just blow up, a boat out, the water. You understand? Like that is full out murder.
Right.
That's a crime. You know what I mean? Like they spend millions or billions of dollars, to show you on television how to be an upright and outstanding citizen. You understand? And to come up and to fight against, oppressive forces.
Right.
You understand? And now they're doing it to other countries. You know what I mean? Like Venezuela, all the way at the bottom. Like what threat does Venezuela pose to the United States? None.
Right.
But I know they have things that the United States want. You understand? Which is the mineral, especially that oil. You know what I mean? So Venezuela has the largest reserves. You understand? And people be wanting, asking, like, how in the hell is Venezuelan God chosen people? It's in the Bible. Give me that one where it says his foot will be dipped in oil. You know what I mean? To show you, that the Venezuelans who, according to the Bible, are the Asherites. You understand? Well, God chosen people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Lo and behold, America is trying to oppress them. America is trying to destabilize the country. You understand? Like they strive, like General was bringing out, they serve the god chaos. And chaos is what they do on all these islands. That's why all these islands, is weak. You know what I mean? It's volatile on these islands. You know what I mean? When it comes to crime, when it comes to politics. You understand? Because they have a hand in everything. Everything. You don't do what they tell you to do, guess what? You finna get sanctioned or blackballed.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how in the hell you gonna tell me Jamaica with all the resources, all that fertile land, you know what I mean? And they in debt forever, perpetual. Ain't no way, if Christ don't come back soon enough, Jamaica gonna get out the debt there to the IMF. You understand? So we gotta put in that work so the Most High could see that, you know what? My children, they're fighting, but I'm gonna send help for them. And here comes Christ, that black man, with 200 million angel.
That's right.
You understand? To save the day for blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. You know what I mean? You have that one?
And if I may, sir, I heard somebody that there is no international water, you know what I mean, really in the Caribbean, because all these countries, they are so close together that here you find international water for bomb between, you know what I mean, between Trinidad and Venezuela, for example.
Right.
You understand? It's really just Africa breaching, you know what I mean, international laws and unaliving, committing not genocide, but homicide in, you know what I mean, other people's territory, you understand? So,
yes. And is in a way too is showing up what they're trying to do is make the Venezuelan government look weak. Because now, guess what? You, Maduro, you can't protect your people.
Right.
He blow like 3 boats out of the water and there's no response.
Gone.
You understand? So it's almost like you're caught in between, a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? Because this empire fitting to show you that it was never, ever sleeping. It was awake and well. You understand? We were just, too destroyed to see it. You know what I mean? We were too destroyed to recognize that even though you celebrate Independence Day, you celebrate Republic Day, your country's still not free.
Right.
That whole thing you're doing is just a facade. It's just
Right.
for show. But you're not free. You're not. You may have your own dollar. You might have your own national anthem. You might have your own flag. But guess what? You still have to fall under the policies of this empire, or else your people gonna suffer. You understand? You know what it's like? It's like with the UN. The UN is put in place so that you don't have another world war taking place.
Right.
You don't. You understand? But here comes the empire
God.
with a colony. And guess what's happened? They can't even stand up against these two, the empire and the colony.
Right.
They can't. Which letting you know the UN was just a farce. It was just there to monitor these different countries to make sure they fall in line.
Yeah, God.
Like the UN, the rules for the UN is really for those other countries that actually trying to follow it.
God.
But it was never for the empire and its
so
colonies. Come on.
And as soon as the UN starts speak against the empire, here comes Donald Trump chastising the UN, telling them that, you know what I mean, them now do a good job. Basically disrespecting them to them face.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes. And he clearly doesn't understand that what he is saying is basically giving right to a genocide. You understand? Like him saying that, like, there shouldn't be nothing ever possible for you to commit genocide on a people, on a nation that ain't doing nothing. What the hell they do you? You know what I mean? You went for them. You went and you know what I mean and tried to exact justice, but now you're overboard, and they did the same thing, and even worse to black people, like the Palestinians. They still know who they are. They still know, you know what I mean? They have a history. Black people don't even have the history.
Right.
Black people to this day think they're Africans.
Right.
That's to show how much we're destroyed.
Right.
And what we're about to read here, black people don't even know it. And they go to church. You understand? They go to church. Some of you will go to church every Sunday. You would have never, ever read it. Far more understand what is taking place.
Right.
All right? You have it?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 24. And it says, and Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be
And Asher be what?
Let Asher be blessed
Let him
with
be
children.
Where? With children.
Right.
You understand? When he's have a ton of kids too. Right? He said, let them be blessed with children. The big master land. You understand? Read on.
Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil.
And let him what?
And let him dip his foot in oil.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
Right.
That's how much oil. That one of the, you know what I mean? One of the largest, if not the largest, oil reserve in the entire world.
Right.
And America doesn't care about drugs, because then drugs will stop coming in the country. They will try to nip it, and they could close the border down. They can do things to stop the drugs from coming in. You don't need to go and unalive 11 souls because you believe they're traffickers.
Right.
Where's the evidence? Oh, you blow it up. There's no evidence. None whatsoever. Come.
If I may, sir, when
Uh-huh.
was Ronald Reagan, who had the war on drugs,
Yeah.
when he had a war on drugs, the drugs never stopped coming into the black community. So
Yeah.
I mean, this war on drugs, where them clear, it obviously doesn't help. You understand? So clearly, them have a different agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of
That's what they call a smoke screen.
what kind.
You know what I mean? It's something else. Let's not pretend.
Right.
Let us not pretend that you give a damn about drugs.
Right.
You give a damn about money. You understand?
Kind of what
Right? No. If you want to, you go to the one in Tivoli, because it clearly, I mean, the Colombian president, you know what I mean, he's like, yo, let's go, you know what I mean, get these criminals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go lock it up, lock them men up, because they're committing crimes. Like you using your office and your power to oppress poor people. Oh, the Lord hates that, brother.
Right.
He hates that, and especially when they do it to his children. It ain't gonna be good.
Right.
Go ahead.
Kind of what kind.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you in 2010, the Jamaican government turned Kingston into a war zone, not for independence, but because Washington demanded it? The Tivoli Gardens incursion began after the U.S. called for the extradition of Christopher Dudas Koch. Instead of a quiet arrest, Kingston became a battlefield. Save this now if you want me to break down Dudas's full story and U.S. ties. Over 70 residents were removed in
Right.
the operation. Armored vehicles rolled through West Kingston.
You say something, sir?
Yeah, I thought she had finished. But go ahead. You go ahead. Let it play.
Helicopters fired overhead. Entire blocks flattened as soldiers stormed homes. Jamaica's leaders said it was about law and order. But on the ground, it looked like Washington applied pressure, and Tivoli paid the price. Women and children were trapped. Men were dragged into the streets. Human rights groups later uncovered unexplained deaths, disappearances, and a trail of grief. Even today, families are still demanding answers. An official inquiry called it a tragedy, but no one has been held accountable. So here's the question. Was Tivoli 2010 about fighting crime, or was it a message to make sure Jamaica bends when the U.S. says so? Comment if you think I should expose the full Dudas backstory.
Like yes, sir. I think the answer is, you know what I mean, US wanted Jamaica to bend. You understand? And like
Yes.
like we mentioned earlier, is because
Yeah, go ahead.
because Jamaica wasn't bending to them agenda during this period before the whole incursion thing. You had a prime minister named Bruce Golding, you know what I mean, who went on a US interview. Well, I don't know if it was a US or a Brit interview, and he said, "Not in my cabinet." You know what I mean? And after that, he
Play
had
it.
a lot of pressure.
Play that so the people can hear it.
Human Rights Watch's Rebecca Schleifer. She says homophobia in Jamaica is the worst she has ever seen. As to countries that look at Jamaica and
one
wonder,
signal that it sends is that Jamaica is not going to allow values to be imposed on it from outside. We're going to have to determine that ourselves. And we're going to have to determine to what extent those values will adapt over time. But I'm not talking about leading Jamaica in a direction where its own values are going to be assaulted by others.
do you in the future want to live in a Jamaica where a gay man or a gay woman can be in the cabinet?
Sure, they can be in the cabinet, not mine.
Well, they can't be in yours.
Not mine.
No, but do you want to live in a Jamaica where they can be and they should be, and it would be entirely natural for them to be? And that is,
You understand? And this is a famous talk by this prime minister. Of course, the ISU is not politically affiliated in any kind of way. But you know what I mean? When things like this happen, we have to take note of it. When, you know what I mean, our so-called leaders stand up for the right thing. But you know what I mean? Right there, after this, sir, then came
Yeah.
this big request for Christopher Dodd's coke. You understand? And after
Hmm.
that, it was turmoil, absolute turmoil after that. You know what I mean? And many people understand and knew it was because Bruce Golding said that he didn't want the LGBT in his cabinet. You understand? So, like,
No, you gave them the history behind it, because you did mention something like this happened when I think it was it Siaga or was it a man?
Michael Manley. So Michael
Yeah.
Manley had the same, you know what I mean, pushback against the US. You understand?
Yes.
And because of that now, then now they tried to destabilize Jamaica back in the late 70s and early 80s. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guns, training brothers, young poor brothers to be militias in the country and to wreak havoc. You understand? To
Yep.
destabilize Michael Manley's party at the time, and making claims that Michael Manley was bringing Jamaica into a communist direction, which was a lie. You understand? So,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
there are some of the claims.
And
So,
yes, and also too, don't forget. Remember when Manley was trying to align himself with the Cubans,
yeah,
America didn't. He did not. They did not like that.
so like, yes, sir. They used that to claim that he was going communist when that wasn't true. You understand?
Right.
He was just
Yeah.
good friends with Fidel Castro. You know what I mean?
And also too, Cuba had some of the best doctors.
Can.
You know what I mean? Some of the best doctors. You understand? But they took it as you see, that he was trying to go on a communist way to rule.
And eventually,
And went about. Mm-hmm.
so like, quick and fast. Eventually, they push him into the direction of getting support from the same communists. So it's almost like them set him up for actually, you know what I mean, get support from the KGB and Cuba, because now he have to defend the country from the CIA and what they were doing, and indeed help. So what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
He have to get weapons now from Russia, the KGB, and so now it looked exactly like what them did a claim now, say him gone communist. And then after that, everything just downhill from there. So you understand? Jamaica was doing good before all of that in terms of, you know what I mean, self-sufficiency and all them thing there. You know what I mean? After CIA input and all them thing there, then Jamaica just start become dependent on the US. You understand? And the IMF and the World Bank and them.
Yeah. Like I said, I remember watching that documentary. You finished talking?
Yeah, can concern.
Yeah, I remember watching a documentary on that whole election and watching these brothers run across the street, you know what I mean, with guns that Jamaica don't even have. So how the guns get in there?
Right.
How the guns get there for them men to go fight against each other? You know what I mean? Like Manley wasn't free to like or to choose who he wanted to choose. Which lets you know, as a Jamaican person, you're not free. You understand? They tell you how free you are by giving you that passport. Like you had to go into an embassy to get a visa. You understand? Right?
Can.
Yes. Do the American need visa to come to Jamaica?
So like, yeah, I think your question is, does America need visa for come to Jamaica?
Yeah.
La, sir. La, no.
Yeah, yeah. That because America is free.
Right.
You understand?
Got one gun.
Right? America is free. You're not free. You and me, we're not free. All right. You have any more to play on that video there?
Yeah, sir. That was all of it. All
That
right.
was all of it?
Got
Uh-huh.
one.
Which one you want to go to? I think we had to play one from the no, we just played the Tivoli Gardens.
Got one gun.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It should show you. Take me to where it talks about and through his policies.
Got one gun.
You understand? Like Jamaica suffering, the countries in the Caribbean suffering because the empire just is almost like you switch slave masters. You know, so you know when they're trying to I forget the game you play where you hold an object in your hand, put it behind your back, and then tell somebody guess.
Got one gun.
What was the name of that game?
La, sir. I don't know the name of that game, but I
Well,
understand.
that's exactly what it is.
Right.
Like you didn't see when the magician changed hand. You understand? You didn't see it. But now your eyes opening and recognizing, yo, if America decides to pull up at your port right now, you can't stop him. You can't stop them.
Got one gun.
You cannot. Likewise with Trinidad, any Caribbean country. If he decides to pull up, you can't stop him from doing it. You can't. Right. Anything else?
So like, yes, sir. We have the one where you request a while ago. Daniel 8:25.
Go ahead.
It said, through his policy, also
Mm-hmm.
he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
You understand? Like through his policies. Like through his policies, you didn't even know you wasn't free. You had that thing with freedom.
Got one
You
gun.
want the last one you look up where it talks about where it speaks about your
Yeah, man. May I have
yeah,
it right here.
basic. Yeah, go ahead and read it for them.
All right. So this we asks, you know what I mean, the Google AI, oh, can someone be free if they were given freedom? And it said, someone given freedom can feel unfree if
That's the
they're
question.
got one gun.
Hello?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah. But 1 minute. And that's the reason, I mean, you're gonna have to that's the question you're gonna have to ask yourself.
Right.
You're gonna have to ask yourself, how was I free?
Right.
How did the nation get free? And you see a total difference in a nation that was given freedom from a nation without freedom. There's a difference. You understand? There's a big difference with it. Go ahead.
Got one gun. It says, someone given freedom can feel unfree if their basic needs are unmet. If they lack control
If they
over
what?
Slakia, if their basic
If
needs
they
are unmet.
are unmet. Like it's crazy how I mean we living down there in the Caribbean.
Right.
Like it's a miracle we making it through a day.
Got one gun.
You understand? We have a story where we're gonna bring out, you know what I mean, about a sister, you know what I mean? Who was what she was? Miss
Miss
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, kind of one kind.
You understand? Like, we're gonna have to wake up and recognize that, you know what I mean, oppression after a while can send you crazy.
Right.
You understand? After a while, you know what I mean? You'll be angry. For what? Nothing, because you're oppressed. But you just don't know it. You think is Leroy. You think it's Leroy down the street. You think it's your next door neighbor. He's the reason for your stressing.
God.
He ain't. He ain't. It's the man that's creating policies, rules and laws to govern over your people. He's the one that creating the strife. He's the one that creating the oppression.
I slack you, sir, if I may. You know what I mean? You touch a good point a while ago when you say, you know what I mean? We think is, you know what I mean, when we brother down the street responsible for our, you know what I mean, oppression. You know what I mean? And I think that is caused by Christianity, you know, sir. You know what I mean? Christianity causes us to not look at the oppressor and what he's doing. Christianity make you feel like say, oh, you know what I mean? Everybody equal. You know what I mean? You must love everybody. And in essence, what that do, make you look by your own people as the problem. You understand? Remember having a
Yeah.
conversation with my brother one time, and basically I tell him about, you know what I mean, we being the Jews and we being the real Israelites. And every minute we I try to have a positive conversation about black people in turn to, well, you know, feel like some people just wall you down more while. Like you ever see some people are prosper
Mm.
and some not prosper, like some people, children are prosper and so basically he must say the theme troubles where he go through in a life is
Yeah.
rather working some, you know what I mean, superstition animal. All of that, sir, that are come through Christianity. You
Yeah.
understand? So that
Uh-huh. You're 100% right with that.
kind of one kind.
100. Right? And now, that was it on freedom.
Yeah, I could have read a little more still. It said if they lack control over their own lives or if they feel dependent
Right now.
on
Now remember, understand that. Remember, you all had farmers,
right,
right? You have farmers, yeah, I mean, that was making milk, cheese, you understand?
kind
You
of one
had
kind.
farmers, you know what I mean, who was farming the land. But now somebody's telling you where to buy your food.
Kind of one kind.
You understand? Somebody telling you, you know what I mean, what to build and what you should do. Somebody coming in your country and telling you you have to extradite dollars. You understand?
Kind of one kind.
When you sending all the guns, you know what I mean, down to Jamaica, you can't do that. You cannot. Why? Because you're not free. Simple.
Right.
It's simple. We're not free. Right? Come on. Anything else?
Um, we can leave that one there. We can move to the video with the sister now. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, everybody just stop on the
Finish,
screen.
finish, finish off the one in I think you're doing Daniels, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of one kind. So, slack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall
Uh-huh.
and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
By what?
and by peace shall destroy many.
We don't even know we at war.
Gun one gun,
It seems peaceful right now.
gun one gun.
Being again extremely peaceful right now. You understand?
Gun one gun.
When it ain't. You're thinking about constantly winning. Constantly. All right. Yeah, let's get to the system.
Gun one gun.
Kill me. And if I do nothing, trying to kill me. And if I do nothing, I am going to die, guys.
A troubling clip from a 21-minute YouTube video posted on September 4, 2025 by Tyra Spalding, a contestant in the 2023 Miss Universe Jamaica pageant. The video continues.
Every day I get up, my mind tells me to go and jump off a building. It tells me to go and overdose on pills. It tells me to go and hang myself. I am fighting for my life.
Miss Spalding's body was reportedly found by relatives Tuesday night with a curtain around the neck. The corporate communication network of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has launched an investigation. This Instagram account with her name has a single post from August 15, 2025. The caption says, "Your girl has been through hell and back." In another video, she lamented that while she didn't want to entertain suicidal thoughts, she was struggling to keep them at bay.
I think this world is...
Go ahead, Cap.
No, I just said because boy, that's rough.
Gun one
That's
gun.
rough. And for the audience out there, you know what I mean, this is a good example of what a demon job is.
Right.
You understand?
Gun
A
one gun.
demon job is not just to, you know what I mean, control its host, but its job is to unalive that host.
Right.
You understand? And because, you know what I mean, the oppressor done detach us from each other. You understand? We read about stories like this because we detach from each other. You understand? And that's because of, you know what I mean, we go back again to Christian church.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden, now you're gonna say what? That, you know what I mean? What you gonna say in this situation? What? Come on.
If I may, I can bet she can trace much of her trauma back to a Christian church. Some childhood trauma that she went through, you know what I mean, that she went through because of the Christian church. You understand? And this place here, it don't really put nothing in place because this place don't cater to our people, none at all. So a sister like this will face her mental trauma. See?
Yeah.
Where she can go to get the proper help, which we can almost guarantee she sought help before, but it just never worked. Because no place is here to fix our people. You know what I mean? And that is the reason why we encourage you to get inside the ISUPK. You understand?
That's right.
Help those mental trauma, those demons telling you to analyze yourself. You know, it's like yes, sir. The general something that resonated with me one time, you know. Him said, that's General Myman. Him said, if somebody was trying to analyze you, what would I do? You'd defend yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's your own mind telling you to analyze yourself. You just, you know what I mean? You just give up because you think I tell yourself that. Like what the sister said, if your mind is telling her to analyze herself when that's a demon. You understand? Something is trying to, and just like if it was external, you still have to defend yourself from if it's internal. If something internal is trying to get you to analyze yourself, you have to defend yourself. You understand? And you know what I mean? Coming to the ISU, we can help you with that. You understand? Select you.
Yeah, go to that story about the one with the pigs.
Can.
a good one.
Gun one gun.
Right? Because black people be thinking, yeah, I mean, like the demons is only under the,
Right.
and I mean, when they die, you go to hell.
Gun one gun.
When in the Bible, it tells you that Satan, he goes to and fro on this earth.
Right. Gun one gun, sir. May I have it right here, sir.
What?
Mark chapter 5. We're going to skim through some of them. We're going to start at verse 1. And it said, and they came over unto the other side of the sea into a country of the Gadarenes. Verse 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tomb a man with an unclean spirit.
Right? And what the sister had, she had an unclean spirit.
Right.
Because she said that what? Somebody telling her, somebody's talking to her and telling her, unalive yourself, unalive yourself. This life ain't worth it. That's an unclean spirit telling her that.
Right.
All right, read on.
Gun. Verse 3. Who had his dwellings among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains.
And no man could bind them. Not with chains. This man was full of what you would call crazy.
Right. Gun.
You understand? Full of crazy. Read on.
Gun. Verse 8. For he said unto him, Slakia, talking about Yahweh Shai or Jesus, come out of him, thou unclean spirit.
Right. Because Christ knew it. The reason why this brother behaving the way he's behaving is because he had a demon on him.
Gun.
And the same thing with his sister.
Right.
The reason why she's saying that is because she has a demon on her.
Right.
This woman went and represented Jamaica as Miss in the Miss Universe pageant.
Or a contestant as a Miss for the Miss Jamaica, sir. She was a contestant.
Right, a contestant. But her aim was to go represent Jamaica.
Gun, sir.
You understand? And now you can clearly see that that was the same woman that was on stage.
Gun.
Why? Because the demon doesn't take full control.
Right.
You know.
Gun. Verse 9. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many.
My name is what?
Legion.
For I am many.
For we are many. Gun.
You understand? That sister had a lot of demons.
Right.
A lot. Whatever trauma she had in the past, whatever trauma she had to deal with not being able to fulfill her dream as being a contestant, not contestant, but a winner to go represent Jamaica. You understand? She had many demons. She had a legion on her. You know what I mean? That's why she said, you know what I mean? She was saying she was hearing them.
She said, my mind is trying to kill me.
Yes.
Gun.
You know.
Gun. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country.
All right. So you see what's going on here right now, right? Who is Christ having a conversation with right now?
With the demons.
Yes. And this is the, you know, I mean, if you could understand this, then you fight. To fight a demon off, you get stronger.
Right.
You understand? Like you talk to that demon like you talking to a man
Right.
who's literally, as I say, who's trying to take your life. A man trying to take your life, you are going to defend yourself naturally. You understand? Read on.
If I may, sir, and that's what, you know what I mean, make these demons so damn dangerous. Them convince you that it's you, that you are the one
Yes.
in these thoughts when it's not you. You know what I mean? And that is where you need to understand. You are not the one trying to analyze yourself. You understand? You are not the one who loves to smoke that cigarette. You know what I mean? That weed, do that drugs, that, you know what I mean? That abominable activity. Is that demon getting you to do that? But you have to defend yourself, defend your character, defend, you know what I mean? Your integrity. You know what I mean? And
That's
fight
right.
that demon. You understand?
That's
Yeah,
right.
man. Select yourself. Verse
No,
11.
you good.
Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. Verse 12. And all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. Verse
Read
13. And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirit went out and entered into the swine.
You understand? Christ said, okay, no sweat. You're going to leave this man alone today. Just like if she was, the sister was in this school, she would have the best counselors at her hands.
Right.
You understand? She would have the best mental, you know what I mean, help possible in here. You understand? We'll be able to talk to that demon. You understand? And let you understand that it is a demon and we're going to fight together.
Right.
So when we try to represent your country, where your country failed
Right.
in trying to represent her and help her. Go on.
And the earth ran violently down a steep place into the sea. There were about 2,000 Slakia.
Go ahead.
And were choked in the sea.
How many pigs it was?
About 2,000.
And all of them committed suicide. All of them. What do you think was going through the pig head? Let's jump off. We're going off this quick. A demon job is to unalive you. That's a job. You see brothers going on a path and it's like, yo, he have a demon on him. Well, if you consider that demon is going to work his way into getting that brother harm. Real bad. Yeah. And I feel sorry for the system, man. Remember. And I hope sisters and brothers learn from this. You know what I mean? You don't have to go down that path. You know what I mean? You don't have to listen to that voice. If you hear a voice come to you and tell you to unalive yourself, you better talk to that voice like it's somebody trying to abuse you. Yeah. Any more on that?
La, what two are brightness, sir?
Okay. What's the next story?
All right, so we have this, you know what I mean, East Indian Rasta who, you know what I mean, him feel very undone because it seems like the Rastafarians are getting credit for his people culture, you know what I mean, and him feel the need to come out and speak out and to reclaim back in culture. We're going to play the tape. Everybody remember, like, share, follow, you know what I mean, subscribe.
From India, apart from curry, chickpeas.
Hold on. Yeah, see it up on the screen, right?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
From India, apart from curry, chickpeas, weed, where everybody love and know, ganja again, ganja, ganges. All right. So what we are do is, these people bring this, and then bring this. Yes, yes. India invent this. All right. Question it if you want. India invent that. Much 1,000 year. Name Jata. Same like how people like Spain guitar and I say Spain invent guitar. India invent that. If you look on the Veena, it's a string instrument, the oldest string instrument. We play by Mother Saraswati. That is how much 100,000 year that written. Right? That did it. And the Veena go down to the sitar and go down to guitar. All right. So we understand now that these indentured slaves, it bring more than just weed and these things. Then it bring them spirituality. Now, ancient, I don't remember the ancient name, but the ancient did a show, we say. And even Rasflako still have that same understanding, because Rasflako is a profound far right we have knowledge of this just the same, which most people still are deny because them don't want to accredit nothing to do with Rasta with India. Right? There you have people just fundamentally just radical. No, nothing at all, just black. All right, blackwash everything. All right, so what we do is we give credit where it is due. So, all right, Leonard Howell have a name. The Ganguru Maharaj. That is an Indian name. That is an Indian title. No, these people, the guru them, it's sit down. Now man, them have a disciple, a set of disciples. It's the same thing the Christian edifice kind of built from, where Christ have these disciples. Because again, Krishna predate that. All of these.
So lucky, sir. You notice himself, Leonard Howell. You know what I mean? Leonard Howell, founder of the Rastafari community, and him said, you know what I mean? Him have a title, what you call it? Ganguru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Right? Ganguru Maharaj. You know what I mean? Which enough people call Bob Marley, who's a Rastaman, Gang. And them call him son, Junior Gang. And they are Indian terms. Yeah, they are Indian terms. You understand? And like what you did bring out earlier about even the Shanti, the word Shanti, which is a you know, we're gonna read it for them. Because when we talk to the Bobo Shanti, you know, sir, them say, well, Leonard Howell was the founder of them other sects of Rastafari group, and not the Bobo Shanti. But we have proof, say, you know what I mean, them fall under the same thing, you know what I mean, stealing from the Hindus them. So all of Rastafariism, you know what I mean? All of Rastafariism come from Hinduism or Hinduism.
Yeah. No, you're right, you're full on right. And I mean, we've been saying it. Right. You know what I mean? We've been telling you, trying to tell you that ain't your culture. And it has never been your culture. You try to take it up as being part of your culture, but that's not your culture.
Right.
You want to read it one more time?
Yeah, kind of one concern. Because we never read it in the show itself, you know.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind of one can. So it said, the etymology of the word Shanti. See, it said, the word Shanti comes from the Sanskrit language where it means peace, tranquility, or bliss. Its root is the Sanskrit word sam, meaning to calm or to be calm, combined with the suffix ti, which denotes a state of being. The concept Shanti is fundamental in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism.
Boy. Yeah, because people don't know too that whole Buddha comes from India. The Chinese and them just took it over. and you know what I mean, and run with it.
Right. And notice how it says, sir, it have to do with calm and peace. That is the reason why them smoke that ganja. You know what I mean? That's why the ganja smoking is so, what I call it now, crucial in the Hindu religion. See? And
Yes.
you want to know, Rastafariism took over that culture. So both, you know what I mean? The Shiva Jattas are the dreads and the ganja smoke now became a part of, you know what I mean, a people that it don't belong to, which is our people. That culture is not our culture.
That's right.
And that belong to the Indians them. You understand? They brought it to Jamaica. You understand? When
That's
they
right.
came as indentured servants. Look.
That's right. Correct. 100% correct. You know what I mean? That's why when you talk to a Ras, you know what I mean, he sound almost like a Christian when you ask them, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, what you're getting out of this?
Right.
What you're getting out of being in being a Rasta? What you're getting out of being a Christian? What are you really getting out of it? Or are you just in there to meditate and be calm and to just live your life?
God.
You know what I mean? Or you're trying to really free black people. So now all of this is not about you. You understand? Because you go ask a Rasta, what's the end game? He gonna tell you, he just, you know what I mean, want to live a peaceful life. That's all, and he good to go.
God.
And that because of that marijuana that done turn us into being docile.
God.
That's why every time a heathen see you angry and upset, you know what I mean, frustrated, first thing you tell is, you know what I mean, smoke some weed, smoke some ganja, relax. All right? Any more on that?
La, sir, that's too hard from there, sir.
Yeah. So I hope these Rastas listening.
Right.
You know what I mean? And taking notes. You should go and ask, what do the Rastas and I'm call the teacher? High priest?
Yeah, can. Or sometimes them call them prophets, high priests, you know what I mean? And basically steal terms from out of the Bible.
Yes. So go ask your prophet. Go ask your prophet. Huh? Go ask them and see what they say.
Right.
And I guarantee you, they won't tell you, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Nah, you worry about it. Where did this lux come from? Ask the right question. Where did this whole weed smoking thing come from? Ask the question. Time for us to stop just joining something without, you know what I mean, doing a proper research to see if your people, if that's part of your culture. Right?
Gun.
Anything else?
La, I think that's a good note to end the show on. Sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got through a good bit of stories tonight. That was good. You know what I mean? That was real good. You know what I mean? So black people, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Support us, man. Hit that like, share. Support us. So, you know what I mean? We could go around, you know what I mean, teaching the truth. You know what I mean? And Lord will, you know what I mean, help black people, you know what I mean, who going through difficult times and show them, you know what I mean, we can go through it together. and maybe it will be that difficult anymore. We show you how to get strong.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When you think you have it hard, somebody else have it harder. Somebody else have it harder. You understand? But we're going to show you how to, you know what I mean, to harness that depression. You know what I mean? What to do with it. You know what I mean? Use it to speak out against the person who is oppressing us and sending us crazy, man, in this place. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you want, you can get him in the outro, man. Because that's every more and more I think about it, that's a rough one for that sister and for that family to do. You know what I mean? Lord be with that family. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So again, to all for coming through, Cap. You know what I mean? Another excellent show. You know what I mean? Everybody watching. This was the Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds holding back our people here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You understand? And with that, shalom.
Shalom, warriors. Shalom, sister.
Shalom. I'm sorry. We work hard in our life, hustle every day. Yeah. One West. Yeah, easy. I'm sorry. Me need a break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in our life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man, I hunt for the goal and I dig it in a road and I live my life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now, me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Be stressed, me a look for a recess. For me brain, me a refresh. This a game, me a reset. Move to the girl inna the beach dress. The body a roll, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears, but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we are poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5, I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we are poor, kulu rump and NC with Campari. That is it.